IUML is now seeking an explanation from MP Abdul Wahab for his praise on MoS V Muraleedharan. The state president of the Indian Union Muslim League has gone on to say that we'll ask MP Abdul Wahab for his explanation as to under which circumstance did he praise the union minister. The release from the IUML said that the party doesn't support the praise by MP about union ministers. IUML MP Abdul Wahab, remember, had praised the MoS in Rajya Sabha. So this praise seems to have been irking IUML because they're now seeking an explanation from MP Abdul Wahab as to why this praise came in. Just to give you a better backdrop, remember you had this MP Abdul Wahab who had praised the MoS Muraleedharan in Rajya Sabha, but this praise doesn't seem to have gone down well as far as the IUML is concerned, because now the state president of the IUML is saying that they will in fact ask the MP for an explanation as to under which circumstance did he praise the union minister. Let me bring in my colleague Neetu, in fact, has been tracking these developments for us. Neetu, clearly that praise hasn't gone down well as far as the IUML is concerned. So two things. In what context was the praise done by Abdul Wahab, and what is the IUML asking for now?
See, the IUML has sought for an explanation from Abdul Wahab as to under what circumstance did he made such a speech and such a praise. So that was something which the IUML state president himself had sought out, and they had issued a press release stating that IUML does not stand by what, the party does not stand by what Abdul Wahab has said.
Can you give us a better context, Neetu, in terms of the praise that was done? And was it the first time that we're seeing a praise like this by somebody affiliated with the IUML?
See, this was a speech inside the Rajya Sabha when Abdul Wahab was speaking. So what he said while he was speaking was that the union minister, the MoS of state V Muraleedharan, acts like a brand ambassador for the state, and he intervenes in issues connected to the state, and also said that many times he criticizes the state government and there are reasons rightly to criticize. So these were some of the words that was said by Abdul Wahab, but this was a speech inside the Rajya Sabha.
Okay, Neetu, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Let's take in some political reactions as well. We have KJ Alphonse now joining us. Good to have you on the broadcast with us. How do you see the IUML now seeking an explanation from MP Abdul Wahab after he praised V Muraleedharan, the MoS?
No, I'm extremely happy that Mr. Wahab, who is a very good friend of mine, has come to his senses and realized that both Mr. Muraleedharan and Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar are ambassadors for Kerala, that they're doing a good job. I think this is what politics should be, irrespective of our politics, political beliefs. I think we should be able to appreciate people when they do a good job. And see, this is my complaint again with people, you know. When good things are done, when 11 crore toilets are constructed, when you hand over 3 crore houses, when you hand over LPG connections to 12 crore people, at least say it's a good work. I think, you know, we can be bipartisan. We can fight politics outside the parliament, inside the parliament also. But when some good is done, I think we should have the magnanimity to say, hey, that's a good work. You know, that's something which can be, you know, others also can do. So I'm very happy that Wahab has said this.
But, you know, I agree with the point that you're making, sir, that, you know, sometimes you need to keep your political differences aside and you should be able to see the good work or the good intents of politicians. But when the IUML goes forward and asks for an explanation, what do you think is the message that is being sent out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very sad that IUML is not, it's not broad-minded enough to accept that one of their MPs has been magnanimous, that he's been realistic. I think this is a sad part of Indian politics. I don't know why should political parties have a problem when they say that, okay, you've done a good job. See, whenever I see some good work done by opposition governments, I say, well, it's a good work. So I think IUML should be more broad-minded, not just get straitjacketed into party politics and coalitions. I know they have political compulsions in Kerala and also of the rest of the country because Muslim League being what it is. But I think they should be more tolerant, and I think Wahab has said the truth. And I greatly appreciate what Wahab has said.
Lastly, sir, you know, when you say, and this is of course becoming more evident when they ask for an explanation, that they're clearly in a fix now Do you think when they go forward and ask an explanation, that will also now become a hindrance for others to come forward in the future?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it will be a domino for others also to be broad-minded, to be appreciative of good work. I think they are just being petty. Muslim League is being very silly. I think they shouldn't do that. No political party should do that.
Okay, sir, we appreciate you joining us here on CNN News 18. Let me continue the conversation with my colleague Neetu as well. Neetu, as you heard KJ Alphonse there saying that sometimes, you need to keep your political differences aside and see the good work that is being done on the ground. But when the IUML goes forward and asks an explanation like this, what is the larger messaging that is being sent out? Clearly, are they in a fix now?
No, definitely what the IUML, the message that the IUML is trying to send out is that they won't accept any kind of such praises coming in from within the party, because if you look at IUML, they have been strongly against the BJP government, and in all issues, many issues that are there in the state as well as nationally, they have taken a strong stand against the BJP government. So to have their workers intact and to send the message not just to the leaders but also to their workers that they are not deviating from what they have been saying, and their view is different from that. So that is what they are trying to do, and they have clearly said, the state president Sadiqali Shihab Thangal himself in the press release has clearly stated that whatever Mr. Wahab said is not the party's view, and they will seek an explanation from him on under what circumstance did he make such a speech, and praising he praised union ministers. So that was specifically mentioned in the press release that was issued by the Indian Union Muslim League.
Okay, Neetu.